Hello, it's Nesta Telson here. Here's a short video to show how to use Stair Designer with SketchUp and with DraftSite to check the feasibility and the headroom in a complex stairwell where you've got several flights and several staircases piled up on top of one another. And I thought this would be an interesting question because I'm actually doing this for a customer whether we have to pile up 3 stairs in the stairwell, and we're having to check all the time that we've got enough headroom all on the inside, on the outside of the stairs as we move up all the different stairs. Now this is the best way to do it. Design the stairs that you think would fit in Stair Designer, of course. And here we have the stair. Here we have a stair which is actually the 3rd floor stair. That is, we've got a stair which is rising from the basement to the ground floor, and then we've got another stair which is rising from the ground floor to the 1st floor, and then we've got another stair, the 3rd stair, which is rising from the 1st floor to the 4th floor. So what do? The first thing I do is I build the stair in Stair Designer as we need it, and then I will export the stair into a 3D DXF file. And this will be I'm going to put this in my folder for the floor. So I will take 3D, and this will be a 3D model. And this particular model, I will put it into SketchUp. So before, I've already prepared the actual stairwell in SketchUp, so we can see how it moves up. We have a stairwell which is rising up here. And I've already inserted the ground floor, the stairs that rise up from the basement. Here we have the basement stairs which rise up to the ground floor. On the ground floor we have this staircase which comes in from Stair Designer, which moves up through sort of this 3/4 turn with landings and winders, and it arrives here on the 1st floor. And now we need to sit in a stair which rises up to the final floor, the 2nd floor here. So let's import into SketchUp the stair that I made in Stair Designer. So that's very easy. I go into Stair Designer, I take it from here, and let's import it into SketchUp. And here we have the stair in SketchUp. It comes in down here. It comes in as a component, so it's quite easy to actually take it and let's just move it up. Let's take it by a corner here, and let's move it up onto the 2nd floor. I know that stair is going to come up somewhere around here, and it's going to clip in around here. So here we have the stair on the 2nd floor. Of course, the 2nd floor, we haven't put in the stairwell properly. Let's just take the stairwell and clip it up to the edge of the stair. Take it on that side here. And so here we have the 3 flights. Well, we've got 3 stairs all rising up inside the stairwell that we've made in SketchUp, which is pretty neat. Of course, this particular one here, let's move we are missing here a bit of flooring, so that doesn't really matter. We'll have a bit of flooring. The floor will be actually extended up to the beginning of the stair here. That was the particular design. So we would need to say, let's extend the flooring up over the stair here. So we could say, let's put in some flooring up to here, and let's extend it over to underneath the stair here. So this is the way, and this is the way that our stair will move up. So now what do we do now? What we want to do now, this is okay, we can see that the actual thing works, but what we want to do is check the headroom between all the different stairs as we're moving up the stairs. We want to make sure that the headroom is here, the headroom is okay, and the headroom underneath here is okay. So why do we do that? Well, it's got a very neat tool in SketchUp for doing this, making it very easy and nifty, is in fact the section tool. So for instance, if we want to take make sure that the stair in this direction is going to move up, we'll put a section in. The section in SketchUp, well, we'll put it across, and you can see that the SketchUp is actually cutting the model, making a section of the model as we move forward. And when we move here, for instance, we can check headroom between the different flights. I'd like to move it a bit across. What I'd like to see, in fact, is that in the middle of the 3 flights here, there we have the section given by SketchUp. Now I want to check now the distance between the top of the steps and the underneath of each stair. How do I do that? Well, it's difficult to measure in SketchUp. We're in 3D, but what we can do is a very neat tool here in SketchUp is simply to export a section. So let's export the section. Let's put a section here. Let's call it final stairwell, and let's take this is the I will call this one the east-west section. East-west section. I'll export it as an AutoCAD drawing. Okay, and now we're going to draft site. Here we have a drawing in draft site. Let's open this drawing in draft site. So let's go into plans, and we have DWG drawing. Where was it? Where did I put it? Hang on, I didn't really know where I put it. Export. I'll do that again, so make sure I know where I put it. That's where I put it. It's final stairwell, and it should be in plan 09, and I should find it in plan 09. Plan 09, and here it is. Sorry, I just didn't see it. It was underneath. I'll open this section, and now we have the section in draft site, which is pretty neat. Let's get rid of the coordinate system. We have the section, and we have at that particular point, if we look we have at that particular point the deformation of the underneath of the stair as it moves up, the stair ceiling, and the position of the steps. So in draft site now all we need to do is to add some dimensioning. So let's see if the dimensioning is set up properly. So we can say that from the step here to underneath here we can have a certain distance. Let's change the, let's give myself some decent sized dimensions and a precision of 0, and let's say here's our text. It's okay. So here we have 2.74 meters. So we've got plenty of room between these, plenty of headroom. If we can look here, 2.60 meters, so that's plenty okay. And let's check this underneath here and see if this is okay too. From this side here to this side here, well, we have we have 1.90 meters, so that's okay. That'll be okay, 1.92 meters. And we can see, let's check the headroom. Good idea to check the headroom just here too. We have 2 meters, that's fine. So we can see very quickly that this particular section, at this particular point, we've got enough headroom between all the flights. If we want to make sure the headroom is going to be good for any position on the stair in this direction, it's very easy. We can just move the section outwards and take another section here, for instance, and we'll see the headroom at this point. We can take it all the way back onto the wall and see the headroom at this point just by exporting the section. And of course, if we need to, very easy, is to take another section and say this section here and move this section for the headroom in the other direction. So you can see that with this particular method, it's very easy to verify in a very complex situation the headroom at all the different points along your stairwell. So I hope that's been of interest to you, and it's a little trick of the trade which makes life much easier when things get complicated. Thank you very much for looking. Goodbye, and I'll see you soon in another video.